Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we have the second day, day number 2 of Packers versus Saints training camp, and this video should be the start of that video. But I'm about to sit down and answer lots of you guys' questions. You guys commented yesterday some different Packers questions that you have, and I will be sending it out to my Packers email list, newsletters. If you want to see that, I'll leave the link to that in the top of the description. All my answers should be done. It should be out by the time I actually put this video out, so feel free to go check it out after this video. But I'm about to sit down here, make some coffee, look out at the Texas sky, the 100-degree weather we have like every single day. So I'm excited for the summer to end eventually. So we'll no longer have that heat here in Texas, but here is everything that happened from day 2 Packers versus Saints training camp. Enjoy.
So day 2 of Packers versus Saints joint training camp practices just ended. So just as I did yesterday, going over everything that went down, I'll do it here once again. But if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I put out Packers content almost every single day. As many of you guys saw from the title of this video, I guess all of you saw it because you clicked on the video and you're watching currently right now this moment. Jordan Love had a very nice day, which I'm very excited to talk about because even though he maybe was a little inconsistent last Friday, he honestly, I think, looks really good at times, and I think he's taking some steps forward. So to see him improving once again in practice, it's promising for Jordan Love because we've seen him be inconsistent at times, so to see him taking steps forward is always a positive. But I want to give a full understanding of what happened today. It definitely wasn't all positives for the Packers. There are lots of negatives today on the offensive side of the ball, so props to the Saints. Solid defense they have over there. But first off, we have here from Andy Herman, and this is the starting offense today. So Andy Herman, another day of Nyman, John Runyon Jr., Myers, Hanson, Newman on the offensive line. So that's been a similar offensive line most days with Nyman left tackle, Runyon Jr. left guard, Myers center, Hanson right guard, and the Newman at right tackle. Elton Jenkins still not performing in team periods because even though he was activated off of the PUP list, he's not quite ready to be, fully put into the game environment. Then we have Rodgers, Lazard, Davis, Jones, Watkins, DeGuara as the other starters on the offense that started out. So then here we have from Tom Silverstein saying Rodgers throws deep to Romeo Doubs and ball is picked off. Rodgers not happy and shows Doubs he wanted route more to the post. Ball was either underthrown or Doubs was really out of position, maybe both. So in a press conference yesterday after Packers practice, Aaron Rodgers spoke about these young wide receivers here in Green Bay and how there are lots of mental mistakes that were made and lots of things that needed to get cleaned up soon by these wide receivers, which I think it's just Aaron Rodgers sort of showing them, like, guys, you got to step it up. Let's step it up so we can come in here and, do what we need to do. And so here we have Rodgers sort of talking with Doubs and sort of showing him what he needs to do. And when you have these young wide receivers here in Green Bay, it takes time for these guys to develop and grow. And I think to have Rodgers being a little hard on them at times can be good because he's just sort of showing them, here's what you need to do. This is sort of the expectation. And I think that's completely great that Rodgers is doing that with these young players and sort of helping them grow into what they can be. Then here we have from Ryan Wood saying Packers D picking up where it left off yesterday. Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith just blew up Saints tackles to sack Andy Dalton. Tiba Naliai and Ladarius Hamilton did the same a couple snaps earlier. Chris Barnes stuffs running back Tony Jones Jr. at the line of scrimmage. This defense flies around. So yesterday the Packers defense was dominating as has been the common occurrence throughout all of Packers training camp is just how good this defense has looked. And once again, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith playing well, Tiba Naliai, Ladarius Hamilton, a very, very solid showing from the defense once again. And right after that tweet, TJ Slaton then had a sack. So TJ Slaton coming into his second year looked really solid in the first preseason game. And then here we have from Andy Herman. So the Packers offense, honestly, today started out a little slow, a little sloppy, and it wasn't until a little bit later that they started to pick things up a little bit more. So first off here from Andy Herman, another right side run by the offense, another stuff. Running behind Newman, Tom Davis, not working. Run left, same result. Nothing doing for the offense so far. Tyler Goodson, run left, stuffed. Been a rough start. So the line didn't seem to be blocking well, weren't many holes, and the offense is struggling to start off the bat. That here we have for Matt Schneidman, which I retweeted on Twitter. Packers O with a brutal opening team period versus Saints D. In 16 plays, they dropped back to pass 4 times and completed none. Aaron Rodgers picked off by Marcus May on a heave deep middle. Jordan Love sacked by Nico Lelos. A drop by Tyler Davis. Runs mostly went nowhere. So the first 16 plays did not look good whatsoever for this Packers offense. Then here we have flipping back to the defense because lots of these things are happening at the same time. So different reporters are over with the offense. Different reporters are over with the defense. So moving to Ryan Wood. First Saints red zone rep, Packers sack. Second red zone rep, Kenny Clark sack, and Adrian Amos pick. So defense playing great. Then here we have from Rob Domofsky on the offense. Sammy Watkins off to a strong start again today. Snagged a back shoulder touchdown in red zone work versus Paulson Adebo. That's the kind of thing Rodgers was talking yesterday when he said he'll throw to the guys he trusts. So going off earlier about Rodgers saying these young receivers sort of need to step it up and get things all figured out, Sammy Watkins is a veteran receiver here, and even though he may have struggled with injuries in the past, it seems like him and Rodgers are starting to click, and because Watkins is a veteran, he has experience here in the NFL, Rodgers seems like he's starting to trust him even more as time's going on. And then here we have from Andy Herman. Rodgers sacked in red zone. Give the Saints coverage credit. Cameron Jordan gets around Newman. Rodgers steps up right, throws low and right for Davis, who dives but can't come up with it. Rodgers slant to Cobb, broken up. And then now moving on to just how good Jordan Love looked today, according to all these reporters. So first off from Andy Herman, saying Love with a great ball to Winfrey for a touchdown in red zone. Winfrey won clean on the route. Love to is sliding to Ray in red zone for a touchdown. Nice job by Love of stepping up in the pocket. So 2 touchdowns, 1 to Winfrey and then 1 to Toure. And then from Andy Herman, Love probably would have been sacked, but buys time and throws incomplete to Amari. Love to Dobbs for a touchdown on a quick out. Love was extremely sharp in red zone drill. So another touchdown for him, 1 incompletion, but he's looking very sharp according to Andy Herman. And then here we have from Ryan Wood. Packers' last red zone rep is a bullet pass from Jordan Love to Romeo Dobbs on an out route for TD. Another day, another play for the rookie. So I think that is the same play that Andy Herman was referring to. So a nice play by Dobbs. And then here we have from Matt Schneidman saying Packers ran 12 plays in red zone period versus Saints D. 5 resulted in touchdown passes. Some rough moments for sure, but Rodgers found Winfrey in traffic on a sprint out and Sammy Watkins on a back shoulder for TDs. Jordan Love threw touchdowns on 3 of 4 plays to Winfrey, to Ray, and Dobbs. So even though it seemed to have started off poorly today for this Packers offense, they got things figured out, and Jordan Love threw touchdowns on 3 of his 4 plays, which isn't too bad if you ask me. And then here we have from Tom Silverstein saying Jordan Love had one of the best series of his career, practice or otherwise. After throwing a pass for 6 in 2 minutes, he fired a shot to Amari Rodgers over the middle for 19 yards. After a timeout, he stepped up and hit Toure with a perfectly led ball for a 50-yard touchdown. So Tom Silverstein, who reports there, in Green Bay, saying that was, from him witnessing it, that was one of Jordan Love's best series of his entire career. And so when it comes to Jordan Love, if you guys have been watching my channel for a little while, as I said in the preseason game on Friday, I still think we have to give Jordan Love time because he's taking steps forward. He's continuing to grow. And I think that if we give him some more time, he could become a solid quarterback. I know there's inconsistencies. There are times where he is inconsistent, but things like this make me excited for Jordan Love. And then here we have from Ryan Wood saying, Saints rookie Chris Olave makes a splash, beating Rasul Douglas deep down the left sideline and making a terrific catch over his shoulder from Andy Dalton. That's the one question for Douglas, whether he can stay with the quicker receivers in the slot. So Chris Olave, who is one of the better rookie wide receivers in this class, beating Rasul Douglas, who is a very, very solid corner. And for a majority of the time of this entire training camp and preseason, we've seen the Packers defense be pretty dominant. But when you're playing offenses in the NFL, there are going to be moments where you get beat. I mean, even the best players get beat at times. And then here we have from Matt Schneidman. On a 32-yard completion from Rodgers to Jaguar, wide open down the middle during move the ball period, but Saints D otherwise putting the clamps on Aaron Rodgers and co. So the Saints defense playing very well besides Jordan Love sort of tearing them apart a little bit. Then here we have from Bill Huber. Enigbare has made the roster in 4 days. He is red hot. Then same from Ryan Wood. It took Packers 5th-round rookie J.J. Enigbare a couple weeks for things to click in camp, but he sure turned his game up in the past week. I have him down for at least 2 sacks today, including 1 against Ian Book in 2-minute drill. Might be an important depth rusher. So Enigbare, who had 2 or 3 sacks in the preseason game on Friday, continuing his dominance today at practice. And then here we have from Ryan Wood to finish it off. Packers offense needing a touchdown. Held on 4th and 10 from the 24, but it's a win. Romeo Dobbs had 2 catches for 18 yards from Aaron Rodgers on the drive. That'll earn the trust. And then to end it off, I have a couple different training camp notes. We have Christian Watson fielding punts with both Amari Rodgers as well as Romeo Dobbs. Amari Rodgers had a very nice showing last Friday versus the 49ers in special teams in his returns. He had a nice 50-yard return. We have Tyler Davis also having multiple false start penalties, so hopefully he can get that cleaned up. And then we have Olave apparently also beat Jair Alexander on a deep route. So Olave beating Jair as well as Rasul shows just how good Chris Olave is as a rookie. And if you guys want to see my answers to all the Packers questions or lots of the Packers questions, some of you guys asked me yesterday, feel free to click the link at the top of the description. If you enjoy it, feel free to subscribe to the email list. But that is everything I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.